Hey, it's Webs here, and it's time to embrace the unstoppable force of FEL with a FEL-based mercenary team. So the idea behind this build is quite simple. You're trying to use the FEL scaling abilities of Gul'dan, Jaraxxus, and Kurtrus in order to scale your FEL abilities as much as possible, while also using the starting lineup of Grommash, Valeera, and Samuro to chip away at your opponent before you can actually put down your FEL-based team, and to speed up all your FEL-based mercenaries, as some of them are quite slow. The first mercenary you're going to use in this build is Grommash Hellscream with the Halter Sash equipment. This is the equipment that you use in any build that uses him for the most part. There are a few reasons why you actually use Grommash in this build. The main reason is because you can use Staggering Slam to trigger the combo with Valeera and also slow down your opponent's mercenaries so your other mercenaries can survive. But the other reason is if he stays alive instead of Samuro, you can actually use him as a way to increase your FEL damage through Gul'dan as your fourth mercenary. Overall, he's just a very solid mercenary to have on the team. The second mercenary on the team is Valeera, and you're using her for her equipment of a natural smoke that increases the speed of all your friendly mercenaries. And because you're using Grommash, you can easily trigger her combo on Sinister Strike, which is the main ability that you're actually going to use on her. You don't really need to upgrade anything else on her besides Sinister Strike and a natural smoke. Her other two abilities are just not that useful, though I can see the arguments maybe for Fan of Knives if you want to extend your speed increase on your other mercenaries on the team if she's about to die. But besides that, they usually don't ever come up, which is why Ambush is not leveled up at all. The third mercenary that you're going to want to put on your team is Samuro. He is mainly in here for mirror images with the Sash of Illusion as his equipment. This is the main way you're going to scale the damage on Gul'dan, as each of the mirror images count as a orc dying for Gul'dan's equipment. Though, however, unlike Valeera, I would say all his abilities are pretty useful. Whirling Blade actually allows you to protect him for an additional turn and make your opponent actually kill Grommash before him, and thus allowing you to get a mirror images out when Gul'dan's actually on the field. And Double Strike is used to actually scale Samuro up if he survives for a long period of time, and he's actually probably the carry of the front line of your mercenaries in this build. The fourth mercenary that you're going to want to put down is Gul'dan. The equipment you're going to want to use on Gul'dan is Staff of Chaos, so you can get 4 additional spell damage whenever an orc dies, and this really comes up a lot when Samuro actually lives for additional turns while Gul'dan is on the field. But most of the time this is going to be a maximum of 4 FEL damage, depending on how your opponent actually kills your mercenaries. Though when you actually do get a Samuro turn off with Gul'dan on the field, this can actually scale incredibly fast, where his FEL bolt is insanely high damage, and then the following turn you can place down Jaraxxus because Samuro's going to usually be dead by then. You can also use Siphon Life as a way to make some of your orcs live for a longer period of time if you really need to, including Gul'dan himself. I would say Reign of Destruction is probably the ability that I use the least in this build. Sure, it's quicker than FEL Bolt, but most of the time you're not going to have that many FEL abilities actually going off in a single turn until you have Jaraxxus and Kurtrus actually on the field. So you usually just swap between FEL Bolt and Siphon Life as long as Gul'dan's the only one of your FEL mercenaries on the board. The fifth mercenary that you're using is Lord Jaraxxus with FEL Core as his equipment. That makes his FEL Infernals actually get 3 more FEL damage. And because FEL Infernal doesn't actually have a CD, you can actually just spam this out if you really want to. But most of your damage in this build is actually coming from Jaraxxus himself, so you usually don't want to do that except for maybe once or twice, depending on how far ahead you actually are. And with this mercenary, you're going to want everything of his fully upgraded. He is your main source of damage. The ability to combo out between the Infernals, Gul'dan, and Legion Burst to do a bunch of damage in one turn, and then have a Fist of Jaraxxus down, is actually really strong in a lot of matchups if you can get that combo off, and it is not something that most people are going to expect out of any type of mercenary build right now. And finally, the last mercenary that you're going to want to use is Kurtrus. You're mainly using him to scale damage with I-Beam. I know some people might rather use Chaos Amulet on him, but I wanted an additional way to scale FEL damage just in case Gul'dan died pretty early on, and this was the way that I was going to do it through him. He's usually the last mercenary that you're going to want to put down because he isn't the strongest mercenary in the world, but he does serve his purpose in this build. And while his first ability isn't the most useful unless you're trying to hard target a certain mercenary, you should probably still upgrade all of his abilities fully just because of the fact that he is a rare mercenary, so you shouldn't have that hard of an issue actually farming the coins for him. His second ability can actually win you some games by giving himself immune. There were some close games where he actually pulled ahead for me just by healing himself and then making him immune. Now with all that being said, let's go find some games. Alrighty. So it's an even lineup. Going to start with our normal setup. I don't know why I put Valeera in the middle. I'm just assuming she works like Edwin. I don't know why Edwin works one way and she works the other way, but it's whatever. Okay. That is not something I expected as a starting lineup. I'm gonna try to kill Diablo first. Feel like that might be a mistake with this up, but... Okay, so Diablo's dead. Really wish people would stop killing Samuro first. I mean, it's the correct decision. Don't get me wrong, I just wish they wouldn't. Gonna AoE... I don't want to, but we're still going to do it. Oh, they're going to go after Grommash. Okay. We got 2 of their mercenaries down. The next target is going to be... Huh, that's an interesting equipment. I'm still going to focus this down, though. Okay, that hit actually perfectly. So Samuro's dead, and so is Grom. So we now have this, and this is just gonna die. There's no preventing that. Tyrion. It's an interesting final mercenary. Actually, let's do it like this. Because I'm assuming this is just gonna hit this. Oh, that actually might be quicker. Okay, so... that's gonna be super slow. Because that should put that in execute range, I think. Nope. Oh, it did kill it though, so... oh, that's gonna proc no matter what. This is dead. It's 21, 19... oh, we just gotta hope and pray this hits the right target here. Okay, so... oh, we can just keep attacking when it's immune. And they can't win. Oh, I guess there is a cooldown on it. Yeah, we should be quicker here. Oh. Shit, we just lose. One misplay. Or not. We're fine. We're perfectly fine. Just gonna get immune and then go. That was actually a lot closer. I misplayed that a little bit. Okay, so they're mostly casters set up. Let's not screw up this starting lineup. Don't want to make that mistake twice. Okay, so Holy Humans. Trying to think of who's the correct hit here. I think this will be the most annoying, but this could snowball pretty quickly. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, you know what? Let's go Zyrilla. I have a feeling Zyrilla is going to be more annoying in this matchup. Just for the fact that I need attack damage with the starting lineup. Okay, so Zyrilla's dead. We're going to focus down on Samuro, which isn't really that big of a shock. This following up turn, we're going to slow Tyrion, I think, down. And AoE, then this will hopefully hit Tyrion. Let's try to get... Okay, so that should be dead. This is actually a pretty... We're not even going to get to this FEL part of the setup in this game, I don't think. I'm assuming it's going to be Valen and Anduin last. Yeah. I can't hit that. We can just focus this down to focus it down. Like, I really would love to focus this down, but the last one has to be Anduin. That's going to be a problem. That should kill this. Oh, restoring HP there isn't a big deal. We'll just put down Gul'dan. Okay, Anduin's the last one. Oh, it's not leveled up fully. Okay. Does this put... Oh, that does not put Anduin no lower. Trying to make this as low as possible so everything will hit that. I think this should kill Bullen. I could be wrong. And maybe I should have just went with the Fel Bolt here, but oh well. Okay, no, it doesn't kill it. I should have went with the Fel Bolt. Oh, we get Jaraxxus out, so we should still win. 18 damage. Because I think I can keep this alive if I don't. And as long as this is quicker than this. Oh, doesn't even matter. Two turns. Oh, we're still just going to do it like this. I get... Oh. Oh no, never mind. This doesn't have the equipment that I thought it would have. Then we'll do that. Really want to use that, but I'm not going to. Okay, perfect. We're actually just going to probably win this turn. Or this coming up turn, at least. That actually went a lot better than I expected. Okay. I'm gonna put Samuro. I don't know why I do it in the opposite order of where I want them actually placed, but oh well. It's just nature. I can deal with nature. I can deal with nature really easily. Actually, focusing down the Guff might have been the better solution just because of the fact we could have actually killed this turn one. That should be, what, 14. Actually, everything on my side is faster than theirs, so... Yeah. Malfurion might actually die. Okay. Okay, no, it's going to get close, though. But will it stay in range for Valeera? Should actually focus down the Cairn as the second target instead of Guff. Because one of those is Diablo. It can't not be Diablo if you're going to start out with a Cairn on the front line. I'm trying to think of what other nature mercenaries there are that are green. I guess there's the snake chick that I can't remember her name right now. And a Condre. Okay, so it worked out in the end. I wish that would hit that. What AoE do they have? They don't have much. Guess we'll just do it like this. I don't like wasting everything on that. Oh, mirror images is quicker. Alrighty then. So that should go there. I really wish they would actually kill something. Only chart. Oh, two. Okay. Well, Gul'dan and Jaraxxus, I guess. Diablo? No, actually, the other one. Okay. Do that. This is going to die anyways, but we can try it. Or we can try it and it works. So Gul'dan's going to get a shit ton of bonus damage here. Then this turn, we're going to want to focus this down, probably. Or Bru'kan. Bru'kan's going to be the next mercenary, isn't it? Let's just do Fist. See where it lands. And then Rain of Destruction. Okay, so we did get one dead. We do lose 5 damage there. Okay, okay. Okay, so we just win. There's no way we lose this. Just immune, and then 34 damage after Gul'dan. Pretty good way to end this, actually. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the build. So overall, the build actually did incredibly well. It actually did a lot better than some of the other builds that I've put out recently. And unlike some of the other builds that were focused around just one mercenary in particular, and if that one mercenary actually died early on, you would just be screwed out of some wins. This build actually felt like it had some type of recovery between Jaraxxus and Kurtrus. You had still ways to actually scale up your FEL damage with Jaraxxus as long as he was still alive and people had only focused down Gul'dan. And overall, I would say FEL synergy is probably missing one good other mercenary from being a tier 1 mercenary build. It is a good framework to actually build around right now. It just needs a little bit more healing or maybe a stronger payoff than just Jaraxxus, because running a protector as your payoff right now is not the best strategy just because of how many casters and such are floating around in the metagame. That being said though, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, bye bye.